So, today we're going to talk about how to plan, launch, and validate your offer with confidence. Yeah, this will be your ultimate guide to beta testing. And in the end, I give a QR code, but I will also drop a link in the group to a big article that I wrote. Actually, I don't really like that article because there is some sort of redundant information. So I will shorten this in the future. But there are really good templates of, for example, how to email people about your offer. And I think you will find it useful because it already has something, so you don't have to start from scratch, especially for people who have a bit of a fear of blank sheet. That would be a good start. So, why do we beta test? Many reasons. From my personal experience, one of the most important reasons is because people can ask for premium prices after beta testing. Before beta testing, what I see, before even like trying your service, what I see in many people, they are afraid to ask for money because they don't feel confident that they deserve it. Not because of imposter syndrome, but just because they don't have enough experience and practice and knowledge of how to do it that they would be confident to ask right away for a premium price. So doing a beta test with 3, 4, 5 people will allow you, sorry, I don't understand. I'm sorry. Yeah, will allow you to learn this, to gain confidence, to see that what you're teaching works, and this will help you be confident when you talk about prices. Be confident when you're selling. I mean, it will help you to not mumble and say, no, let's go with this price. You'll say it costs this much because there is a real transformation. There are real results. These are the people for whom I've done it and it works. And if you want the same, this is how much it costs. This is the number one reason. The second reason is validating your idea with real users. And the bold sentence underneath says, don't launch blindly an offer that nobody needs. Unfortunately, many people are so romanticized now by the idea of starting a business and being self-employed, financial freedom, working from Hawaii, that many go into the business without really understanding if there is a demand for their product, without seeing if there is a product market fit. And then you put all of this effort into branding, into website and everything just to launch and hear crickets because nobody needs it. Because you didn't validate your business idea with real people and didn't ask them if they need something like this or if you need to offer something else. Then the third reason is improving content and delivery based on feedback. We cannot assume that we know what our customers need. We also never should assume that we know what their pain points are, and we should always communicate with them. Ideally, you should communicate at least with one ideal client a week to really understand what they're burning for, what pain points they have, and how you can solve them. But in a more practical way, improving the content of your offer, the structure, the timing, the delivery, all also comes down to what people need and what helps them the best and where can you optimize to save your own time. Because if you are planning, for example, something for 10 hours and people actually just need 2, you save your own time but deliver the same value, but you might not know it without testing. And like I said, you build confidence in your offer so you can sell better, so you can price higher. And of course, you collect testimonial and social proof. Because when we are launching, if we have nothing to speak for us, nobody will buy. Why should they trust us? Why should they buy from somebody at a high price who has not demonstrated that their methods work? And people, when they take the buying decision, they go through a lot of thinking. It's a whole process. They will Google you, they will look at your social media, they will see how people are interacting. If your social media is dead, if you didn't build your brand on social media, then most likely they will kind of feel scammy or shady and will not want to deal with somebody like that. Um, and the same if they come to our website and if they don't see people supporting what we are offering, they will also say, I'll go to somebody who has done it before and has something to show for it. And then you will obviously have less stress and less risk. You will go through a soft launch, such as a beta test. You will know that things work and that you will have made a data-driven decision to proceed with your offer. So you will not have a risk and you will definitely have less stress because you've seen that it works. So if these are not the reasons enough to beta test, then I guess there are no good reasons, no better reason I can give you. But if it convinced you, let's proceed to what is a beta test and how do we even do it. So beta test is basically softly launching your offer, because you will start with talking about your offer on your channels. People will get to know you. You will start building some audience, and even those who are not ready to work with you right away, they will still be listening. So when they saw how awesome that beta test was, what amazing feedback you got, testimonials, case studies, they will be already quite warm to buy from you when you launch big. And I've had it, for example, last year when I was preparing my cohort that I never launched, because actually I realized that that was the wrong order in which I was launching. Like in the last seminar, I told you that we first start with signature offer, then we do a group coaching, like a cohort, something where you need a lot of reach and audience. So I prepared everything, I advertised everything, I had people on the waiting list, and they were really writing on Instagram and asking, and they were interested. So I'm pretty sure if I were to relaunch something like this next year, those people will be already kind of warm up and know what I'm talking about. Like, yeah, they've seen it, and then the chances that they might buy are higher. Um, a beta test is also a pilot version of your service where you can tweak things without feeling bad that it's not perfect. This is actually a really important point. You will have less stress to deliver a perfect product because you will tell people that it's still in testing, you're validating, and they are part of it. It should always be a limited group for early users. People will feel very exclusive, and there will also be less friction to decide whether they should join or not. And basically, the goal is to get all of this feedback, testimonials, and case studies. Super important. So, whenever you're planning a beta launch, you have to make it very clear to the people that even though they might not be paying or might be paying less, what you need from them is feedback, testimonials, so you have something to show when you're launching well. But what is important to remember, even though it's not the big official launch where you ask for a lot of money, you still need to position yourself as an expert or somebody, an experienced coach who knows what they're doing. Because if you don't do that, if you're like, I'm not sure what I'm doing, I'm just gonna try and let's see. If this is how you're gonna position yourself and advertising a beta test, nobody will buy it, because why should they waste time? Even if it's free, it's still time that they invest. Why should they waste it if they don't understand what they're getting back? Or if they don't know if it's going to work? Or if they don't trust you because they don't know who you are. You have to build your brand alongside the beta test, and you have to position yourself as if you were already there where you want to be. You have to say, yes, I done this, I am this, I have, these are my certificates, or this is my experience, I am good, but my offer is not perfect, and I'm testing it and validating it for you so I can deliver the best product, the perfect product in the future. When we talk about beta test formats, there are three formats. We can do a free beta, so you don't ask for any money. We can do discounted beta. So for example, 50% off or even 70% off. Or you can do a pay what you want, where basically you either tell people to donate, like for example with Gumroad, it's a platform. You can just put a digital product there, for example, this beta program, and people can donate. Or you can create tiers and say you choose the tier that you think like is appropriate for the value that you get from this program. And this actually gives you very valuable insights into how much people are ready to pay for something like this. And most of the time, they will be very stingy, especially if your target audience is somebody who does maybe struggles with money or not like very well off people. Then very often they will be on a stingier side. So don't take it personally. You can just then think, okay, I can push it up a little bit into the next tier when you actually price it. Yeah, but it's a very good idea, a very good way to get an idea what people are willing to pay for something like this. Because when we are pricing our offers, we can base it on our hours that we invest, or um, based on what competitors are doing and how much they cost. It's not easy to price your offer. That's why beta testing is also really good. You can start, for example, with half the price and then decide if what the people are getting in the future actually worth it, and then you can double the price. Yeah. So let's go through every format and a few more details. But the free beta is very common. It's very easy to get a lot of signups. The big problem for beta testing is that people don't value free things that much. And if we offer something for free, there is a big chance that they will say, they will, first of all, they will associate you with something free and not premium, and it will be kind of hard to change their future perception. So I'm always kind of not so. In certain cases, yes. And for example, when I was starting, I did 3 websites for free. I did an entire social media strategy for one of my clients in the very beginning for free, because I had a very limited experience in marketing. So I felt like I have to test my knowledge and my skills before I ask for any money. And it was a conscious decision. And if this is also your case, no problem. Um, just choose the right people who know you, maybe who understand your situation, and who will never, like, whose opinion will not be ruined of you. Your opinion of you will not be ruined because of free test. But there are a lot of people who are kind of, when they work with premium service providers, they also would feel weird if something was free, except if it's a freebie. So this is your decision. But yeah, free things are not valued so well. So you can expect that people will commit less. So they might not show up to your meetings, or maybe not do the homework, and they might not even finish. So really choose the people who are very driven, who really, really value what you're offering for free, and who will go through the whole thing, because your goal is to collect feedback and get some case studies. If they don't finish, you don't come to your own goal. So you need to select the right people for free beta. Yeah, like I said, it's good if you're just starting out, or if you have zero audience and like you don't even know where to sell and who to sell to. If you are afraid to charge because, like as it was in my case, because you weren't sure if like you know what you're doing, and you can get quick feedback with minimal barriers, because when it's free, more people will sign up, but yeah, not everyone will stay till the end. Then the second option, the second format, is a discounted beta. Here, you already have more committed people because they're paying something. And it's good to start with like 50% off or even 70% off, but it's always important to indicate what the future price will be so they see what the actually amazing offer they're getting right now. It will attract people who are more committed, who will stay till the end. Plus, since they have skin in the game, so to say, they will actually do what you want them to do. It will feel like a deal, right? The future price is much higher, so they're getting it now cheaper. And it's good if you already worked for a while, if you have an established brand, so you should definitely go with the discounted beta. Definitely. And then pay what you want. It's flexible. Here you can have more people joining because those who value your work and value you as an expert will be ready to pay more. And those who are uncertain will pay less. And actually, what also is a strategy that you tell them to choose their price in the beginning, and in the end, after they received all the value and saw actually how great it was, you can still ask them to like choose another tier if they want. And so you can see how the perception of people also changes with time when they understand what it is that you're actually offering. It's this kind of hybrid format. Yeah, and it says you still need to set expectation, but feedback for every single beta, the rules there, it's not that they're getting anything for free. They get it for feedback and testimonials. So, how do you structure your beta? My advice is always to structure it like you would structure your ideal real offer. So if you say that you want to run a cohort of 50 entrepreneurs who are sitting there for 3 months, like an entrepreneur accelerator, and you're like growing businesses together, then plan your beta exactly the same way. So you will see if it works, you will see what you need to tweak it to make it work. If you have no idea how to do it, look how others do it. Because most of the websites of already more established coaches, they will have the information, what's the structure. Often they will even have like a monthly structure, what we're doing here, here, here. You can copy and beta test according to that structure. But if you have zero idea, you don't know anything, like you don't know where you should even start or what you want to do exactly, here are 3 structures that you could use. And I tell you right away that this one is the one that I recommend for coaches, when you work one-to-one. This structure is limited spots only. So for example, you describe the program. You always have to describe the program, like the value in the transformation. And you say, I only take 5 people in this program. And then you work with each person until you achieve the transformation that you're going for. Of course, you should kind of limit it to like 3, 4, 6 months maximum. But yeah, you limit it to this 3 to 5 most committed people who will finish it even if you do it for free. And if you limit it, people have the sense of urgency that they need to take the decision, and yeah, it will make it easier for you to get signups. Yeah, when it's only just a few people, you can really get feedback one-to-one, very personal feedback, and you can very openly talk with clients. Even after every meeting, what do you think we could have done better? What worked well? What was your main takeaway? With these people, they will know that you're testing your offer, although you are an expert in your bringing a lot of value, you're still testing. So they will be openly telling you what they think. And it also feels more exclusive. Actually, exclusivity is a great thing about beta testing. So if I were to advertise a beta testing, I would say that it's just an exclusive offer, one-time offer, first-time offer for a small group of people. An exclusive price only now then will be 3 times more, for example, and we will be working very closely together. This is what you'll get. This is what I expect from you. Sign up now. So this would be my approach, like going from the exclusivity perspective. Then another beta structure version is a fixed time beta. So, for example, you say, okay, we will just work for 4 weeks together because you don't know, for example, how much time you will need. And then you can say, we can extend if needed. But at first, you define this timeline so people know that they won't take advantage of you for several months doing work for them for free. And you still need to describe the value and the transformation that you're bringing. Something like this is great for testing cohorts. So, like I told you, like this entrepreneur accelerator, for example, something that will only be for a limited time. And yeah, and there will be a very clear timeline so people will know where they start and where they end. So it kind of will push them to complete the things, complete the tasks, and do actually what you ask them to do because there will be a deadline. And then the third structure possibility is lifetime access beta. This is perfect if you're testing memberships or group coaching that don't really have an end date, or you don't know if it should have an end date. But if you are going for like a community membership and you know it will be a continuous subscription, then a very great thing that you can offer your beta testers is lifetime access at the beta price. And then those people will be super, super grateful because they will know that they will have continuous support, continuous accountability, but they will show loyalty, and it also feels very exclusive to be at the lower price than everyone else in the future. So these are the three structures that you can choose from if you don't know anything about how you want your offer to look like. But as you see, these structures are still more suitable for specific kind of offers like memberships or cohorts or one-to-one coaching, because like this limited sports only is best for one-to-one coaching or something, a service-based thing like website design or social media management. So for example, if you say, if you're struggling between like how to choose this, if you go for limited spots, instead of like just giving everyone opportunity to sign up, you will be able to leverage FOMO, the fear of missing out, where people will have the urgency to sign up. But of course, you will prevent yourself from the possibility to get more money if it's a discounted beta, because you're limiting the number of signups. But honestly, this is the best thing to offer it as an exclusive group, for an exclusive group of people, like 3 to 5. And if you're choosing between fixed period or ongoing, fixed period with a clear deadline when you're finishing will also motivate people to complete everything. When we don't have a deadline, we spread our work over hours, we procrastinate, watch Netflix, and chances are high people will not complete. But if it's more like ongoing interaction, there is nothing that people really have to do, then you can also leave it as open learning and an ongoing thing. So what is very important when you're promoting your beta? Always tell what the price will be once you fully launch, because this directly increases the value in your customers' eyes. You and it's not just a trick that, okay, it will cost 2,000 and now I just offer for 500. It's not a marketing trick to make people buy a promotion, because we are not promoting. It's not a discount. It will really cost a premium price when we launch. So we need to show how valuable this opportunity is. Then you need to emphasize the founding members. Um, People who are joining your beta testing, they are not just somebody who are like guinea pigs. They are founding members. Make it sound exclusive, like them being a part of something big, something that you're building, a legacy if you wish. Make them somebody who is going this way through with you, whom you're guiding as a leader. And always, always emphasize value and clarity. Yeah, you are not selling the discount. It's not the discount that you're selling. We are not promoting a Black Friday discount. We are promoting an amazing program for which you will be charging premium price. And it costs less only because you are trying to make it perfect for those people. Yeah. So if you are thinking, okay, I will discount it or do it for free, even if it's if you don't clearly communicate the value, if people don't understand what you're selling or what they're getting from it, even if it's free, they will not waste their time for something they don't understand. So value and clarity. And you're not a discount, you're just testing to make it perfect to be able to charge a premium price. So how will you go about preparing your beta? Well, first of all, you will have to obviously define your ideal offer. These are some of the things that you'll need to define: what you're offering, what the expectations from the participants, durations, numbers, pause, better pricing, perks, feedback process. And feedback process is very important because basically this is the main thing that you want to get back. You will also need to prepare things like landing page, social media, promotional content, emails. So there are obviously things that you still need to do to prepare, even though it's testing. And then when you are ready with everything that you need, and when you are ready to start inviting people to your beta, basically, these are the things that I would include in the communication, and I already told you how I would describe it. But if you are more direct and if you want to say, if you don't want to go through the romantic, exclusive, super premium kind of thing, you can just directly say, I need 10 beta testers, so 5 beta testers. I want to launch this 4-week course on this topic. You will get early access, 50% off, lifetime updates. I just need your feedback, share results, show up, and testimonials. Yeah. So these are the things that you definitely need to include when you are preparing your invites. And the point number 5, your expectations for beta testers. Very, very important. Don't forget, because if you don't clearly communicate it, then people might not know it and then not give you the permission to like post a testimonial, for example. Where should you go about inviting people to your beta test? So if you have already some channels like in the mail list, social media, you can send out a newsletter or post about it in your Instagram. Or you can actually just think, who do you know who would be an ideal beta tester for you? Who do you know in your network who might be struggling from a problem that you can fix? And just reach out to them directly and just sell by chat, like have a normal conversation and tell them, hey, you need it. I have an exclusive offer. Help me build it. I'll need a testimonial in return. And there are also a lot of online communities and groups like on Facebook groups and subreddits and LinkedIn groups. So you can always find some, like if Mamas is your target audience, you can just go in those groups and ask there if somebody wants to participate. It actually is a great way also to expand your network, because even though those people might not really sign up for beta testing, they will probably follow you on LinkedIn or Instagram, and suddenly you have more followers. And also you can just directly ask, do you know somebody who might need it? You can also post a story on Instagram and say, hey, I'm preparing this exclusive offer for just 5 people. Do you know somebody who might benefit from something like this, who might need it, whom I can help? People might refer somebody who really needs it. And after signups, that's actually a very important part. you deliver your test, you deliver your program, your communication will depend on your offer. If it's one-to-one, then you will just email and text with that person. If it's a group, maybe you will create like a group chat or an email thread. You will just deliver your program. Then you can decide on how you collect feedback, whether it will be an continuous thing, like after every month you will ask, okay, what did you learn now? Did you feel like there was enough value in this month, or was something missing? Do you think we're going too fast, too slow? You can do it so in the increments, or you can do it just in the end. And if you're collecting feedback, so feedback is just literally questions about the offer. Did you feel it was too fast, too slow? You want to ask very specific questions about what you were doing with that person. And for this, best is Google Forms. And then you also want to collect testimonials. This is something different. This is where a person gives their experience and recommendations to others to work with you. And here are multiple platforms that you can use. For example, Proven Expert is great because it's a third-party platform. You can integrate a very nice badge on your website, and those testimonials are validated. So there is a big difference between written testimonials that anyone can copy paste and third-party platform testimonials where people had to log in, create an account in order to write that testimonial about you. So things like LinkedIn reviews, Proven Expert, or Google Business Reviews are much better than just collecting written testimonials and copy pasting them on the website, because people are very skeptical these days. Anyone can write a testimonial or use ChatGPT for this. So really opt for third-party platforms. Other ways to collect testimonials are by, for example, the calls refer actually to the feedback. So you can also do feedback collection through one-to-one calls, and you can just ask the questions there. If you don't want written ones, because then you can also direct it in the way to make sure that you get everything. Because in the Google Forms, you can't really control how much or how detailed it is. And in one-to-one calls, you can tell people, okay, can you elaborate? Video interviews are really great for testimonials. And actually, I would recommend you doing that if you feel confident on the camera, or if your beta testers are not afraid to be on the camera. You should select those that are not. And you basically write down the questions that you would like to ask them, and you film them answering, and you just cut it together and put it on the website, because testimonials from people, real people that you see on the video that are not faked, is like the best thing. And you can also see the vibe, like as a customer, when you see those video testimonials, you can see the vibe, you can see if this is like your type of, if you can identify yourself with this person, if you're also like this person, then this would be the right coach for you. You can also, of course, ask for testimonials and feedback per email by sending them some prompts and ask them to answer in an email. But Google Forms are easier to control. You can also get some analytics from this. And very important, ask for permission to use the name and photo for the website testimonial. You have to get it. This is like the purpose of the beta testing. So if you were wondering what kind of questions to ask in the feedback round, so I would recommend the following questions. What did you struggle with before you started? Because you want to understand what is the main pain point that you're solving, so that you can use it in every communication. You can use it in ads, you can use it on the website. Where are you now? So you also want to understand what it was, the transformation, but not how you think it was, but what actually it was for the clients like, and use this also in your communication. What was your biggest takeaway? Also a good question, because often we need to understand what people need to learn in order to buy from us. So we need to know what they learned from our program. And of course, what didn't work or confused you, super important. And never take this personally. Treat this as scientific data that you will use to make data-driven decisions to improve your offers. What would you tell a friend about this program? This is also great because you kind of can understand um, what people really value in your program, and what they think is the unique value proposition is in your program, because when they tell a friend, they will probably highlight the most important thing for them. And of course, can I use a quote as a testimonial every time? And actually, every time somebody writes something nice about you, or somebody gives you great feedback in a WhatsApp chat, directly ask them, can you use this, for example, this screenshot and post it in your Instagram stories? I do it every time when I get something like this, because this is like the most natural thing. When somebody in that moment says some happy words about your work, this will be always 100 times better than when you ask somebody, please write me a testimonial, and be like, okay, I recommend this coach. Yeah, and then we start being scientists and we analyze all the feedback, evaluate, and see what we can optimize. And there are programs, for example, where you can take all this text and put like in a word cloud and then see what people value the most, for example, or what biggest pain points the people had. You can group similar feedback, find the biggest wins, so transformations and the problem areas. You need to decide, will you fix it or keep it or remove it, and look at overall outcomes. With the testimonials, sorry, here is still with the feedback. Yeah, then when you understand what people needed or what was too much, you can revise your content, improve structure, add missing resources if people were lacking something, and of course you will update your entire communication for the main offer, for the main lodge. And the testimonials, you will not just leave in the emails hanging or Google Forms, you will put them to your website and sales pages. You will use and launch emails. You will create social proof everywhere. You will create your strategic Instagram highlights and pin posts where you say, here's how it looks like when we work together. Here are the results that you're gonna get that we work when we work together. So your top of your Instagram profile is a strategic mini landing page. So all of this belongs there. And then once you validated your offer, you refine your messaging, you know now what the pricing should be, what the timeline should be, what the structure should be, you can launch with clarity and confidence. And really, people might be hesitant to offer something for free. Yesterday in that community, this one girl said, I just went coaching from VKO or something like legal Austrian thing, like not legal, but like a governmental Austrian thing. And they said, no freebies, don't give away anything for free. And I just couldn't help my eyes, roll my eyes, because I'm like, people don't understand how to build a business really. And beta testing is your superpower. You will come out confidently because you know what you're doing, because you have seen results, because you have everything. You don't miss a thing on your website, on your socials. You have a perfect offer. You know that your idea is in need and you actually help people. You already build a core loyal audience who are there cheering you on. And for example, when new clients come and they have questions, you can say, well, here's my client, we have like a WhatsApp group, chat with them, ask them questions, they will share their experience. This is like the best testimonial ever. Yeah, and then you will have no stress launching. You will be proud of what you create. So if you want to read more about this, here's an article. You can read it. It's on actually also on my website, so you can find it there. It's in many, many details, and I also did a full review of literature on beta testing, summarize stuff from experts that are out there that are also teaching how to do this. So it's not only my words or my experience. Yeah, and with this, it turned out to be a quite long session today. But I hope you learned a lot, and let's do a Q&A.